Hi, my name is Dr. Johnson. Welcome to EDE 652, Teaching Children's Literature. This is a quick video to give you an overview of some of the main points of the syllabus. If you have big questions that are not answered here or in the text as you go through it, please feel free to email me or post them in our course FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions area, which is in the discussion section of Blackboard. So as all of you seem to already know, this course and the majority of our interactions are going to take place through Blackboard. So you'll want to be very familiar with Blackboard and our course page there. Everything I'm going to talk about is pretty much going to center around that page. It'll be the place where you get readings, where you go to discuss things in small groups, where you can also go to email people and post your questions if you have them. So, I want to go over some crucial things to know so you don't miss them, although I do feel like everybody's already got this and things are rolling. Every single week there will be an assignment sheet, which is essentially a numbered list of all the things that you are responsible for that are due that week. Those sheets are housed in the Session Documents folder on Blackboard. Where is that? What am I talking about? Basically what I've done is I've organized Blackboard into some main areas. If you need the syllabus, you're going to go to the information section. If you need session documents, which are equivalent to handouts that I would give during class if we were meeting face-to-face, or information like readings for every week, or assignment information for those large assignments that we have that you'll be doing over the course of the semester around the midterm and around the final. Those are housed in the content area of Blackboard. So syllabus and more general stuff in the information section. Work around our weekly sessions like readings and assignments in the session documents folder or in the readings folder housed in the content section of Blackboard. And then there will also be areas that are important, like the discussion area in Blackboard, where you will meet with your small group to discuss the readings and the activities that you engage in during the week yet to come. So please familiarize yourself with those locations. If you have questions, let me know. So each week there's an assignment sheet, and it will list everything that you need to do that week. An important place to go just if you want a checklist for yourself. It'll also include a preview of the coming week's assignments. So what's due that week and what you'll be doing that week, as well as a look forward to what you'll be doing the next week, generally sketched out. The course is structured around in a sort of a parallel way. Typically what we'll be doing is engaging in reading and discussing reading about concepts in one week, and then the following week we'll be engaging in an activity. That means that one week will be more reading and discussion heavy, and the second week that follows it will be more activity and discussion heavy, so kind of deconstructing that activity. The reason I've done this is because the course is really focused on thinking about who we are as readers and sort of historically, personally, and how that impacts the way that we think about children's literature and our teaching of children's literature. So not only are we thinking about historically who we are, but we'll also be working on unpacking who that is and opening up who that is as well. Because as we know, we couldn't possibly have experienced all the things that our students have experienced, and our tastes are definitely going to clash. And the important thing is to go into classrooms filled with openness and curiosity so we can foster that in the young people that we teach as well. So you'll notice that each week the course is essentially broken into topics, and you'll see the topics repeat. And that's because of that reading discussion first week, activity discussion second week. It's also important for me to kind of show you some of the methods that you can use. So a lot of the activities that we do are activities that you might be able to modify for use in the elementary classroom. Ooh, scary. You'll want to make sure that you purchase Teaching Children's Literature, It's Critical by Leland Lewis and Harsty. The rest of the text for the course you can borrow from the library, not necessarily a CSI library, although some are available there. There is a children's literature section at the CSI library, but also the public library is a place that you should probably get to know if you don't already know. And if you teach in a school, you'll have access to children's literature there as well. You might be able to draw on that for some borrowing of materials. Another important thing for me to touch on is the communication requirements for this class. So let's recap what I've talked about so far and then move forward to talking about communication requirements. I've talked about the assignment sheet that's housed in the session documents folder each week. You'll want to be sure that you check that each week and make sure that you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. I've also talked about the structure of the course in terms of the topics that are covered and the back and forth between concepts and practical application. Now I'm going to talk very, very generally about the way that you're going to be graded, and then about the communication requirements for the course. And I'm going to be all done, and we'll see each other soon. So the way you're going to be graded is based on 3 big factors / projects. They're all going to come with rubrics. The first one is attendance and participation, which makes up 40% of your grade. Make sure that you do the work and participate in discussions and activities every week. If you do not, that'll be considered an absence, and you get 2 of those total a semester. That makes up 40% of your grade, that attendance and participation online. You will be creating a blog over the course of several weeks. Half of the blog will focus on studying children's literature from a genre perspective, and half of the blog, the second half of the project, will focus on studying children's literature from an authorial perspective. What that is, how you're going to do it, all detailed somewhat in the syllabus, and in even more detail as we get closer to that project in a separate assignment sheet. Then your final project is a lot more within your purview, interest, and expertise. It's a final project that you will be designing in concert with me. I should say in collaboration. I have some structured ideas for people who would prefer to have it structured for them, but it's also open enough for people who may be, by chance, taking the research course or planning to take the thesis course. If you'd want to start thinking about some things in preparation for that, you could do like a lit review or an annotated bibliography for that. And of course, people who are in the classroom and prefer something more practical, you can design your own or take one of my more structured options. The last thing I want to talk about that's important is the communication requirements for the class. I will be creating announcements whenever there are changes or things that I think people should be looking up towards in the future. And those will be up on Blackboard in the announcements section, which is on our homepage. I will also email everyone through their CSI email when I make those announcements. That means if your CSI email is not functioning or you do not check it, you either need to start to check it, get it to function, or start checking our Blackboard announcements on a daily basis. So those are the options available to you about keeping abreast of how the course is proceeding and any updates you might need. It's also going to be very important for you to know that when I talk about discussion and online discussion, you're not just going to be logging on once. Logging on to participate in class, especially when it is regarding discussion, is going to mean logging on 3 times. The first time to do a lengthier piece of work where you're thinking and making connections to readings or the activity or both. The second time to read the posts of your classmates or small group members, those lengthier posts that you did, reading theirs. And the third time to converse with them about those. So remember, when I'm talking about logging on to do that, it's 3 times. Once for a lengthier piece of writing, second to actually read everybody else's, and third to start to make comments about it and ask questions. This is it for now. I'm really excited about the course. I've taught it before and it's worked well, and I can only imagine that this semester is going to be even better. It's been fun to meet you all online so far, and I look forward to getting to know you more in the future. See you soon, either in online office hours or face-to-face on campus. Bye.